Hey sweet friends! So living so that, isn't it amazing? Are you having a great first week? Wendy is an incredible Bible teacher, isn't she? You know, in part one, when she said our lives should not be self-centered and static, rather they should be other-centered and active, making a difference for the kingdom of God. I just felt God whisper to me, do you want to live a life with purpose? Because I have a purpose for you. Find it, explore it. And then, yesterday in day 2, Wendy directed us to Galatians 3. I'm just going to read it in the ESV. It's Galatians 3, verse 23 to 25. Now, before faith came, we were held captive under the law, imprisoned until the coming faith would be revealed. So then, the law was our guardian until Christ came, in order so that we might be justified by faith. But now faith has come, we are no longer under a guardian. We are free. We are free to discover the purpose that God has for our lives. I know Wendy says again in part 3 today, on page 21, but Jesus came and freed us from that sin. We are no longer slaves to the law of sin and death. Praise Jesus, because of the gift of grace. We are free. What are you going to do with that freedom? Because I sure want to do something with it. I don't want to just live my life going day by day in the mundane life that society breeds on us. I want to live with purpose. And I was drawn to Romans 12. And again, I'm going to read it in the ESV, just Romans 12, 1 and 2. I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, sisters, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, so that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and pleasing. We need to offer our entire lives, our entire being to God. And that includes the reason for living. What is God's purpose? And I'm reading another book at the moment. It's called Anything by Jenny Allen. Amazing book if you want a challenge. And she says, I had a constant nagging feeling that God was real and this life wasn't a game. It wasn't about my comfort or my curtains or how much everyone liked me and approved of me. Heaven was coming and God's voice was clear. And I needed to quit pretending that everything was okay. That is my prayer right now. And some of you know I'm on a time of sabbatical right now with my husband, and we're really seeking out, and we've said, in anything prayer, we've said, God, we'll do anything. Just show us, just reveal to us what it is that you want us to do. And so this really, really impacted me. It really spoke to me. And together with this Living So That study, I just want God to tell me, Sarah, you are alive so that. Jesus came to this earth on a mission, and he came to plant that mission in our hearts so that we would continue it. Jesus came so that you would have a purpose to your life also. He came so that I would have a purpose to my life also. And the challenge that he's left with me is, Sarah, are you living like heaven is coming? Or are you living pretending that everything's just lovely? I want God to answer the question that I have for him. God, why have you put me on this earth? And I want him to say, Sarah, you're alive. I've purposed you so that. I challenge you to ask God what his purpose is for your life. You're alive so that. Let him answer that question as we continue to study Living So That.